Okay, so we finish up in Whitewall, and we're heading back to Clearwine. It'll take a couple days to spend the night in Wilmskirk, but there are no encounters on the way. Once we get to Clearwine, what is everyone's intent?
Well, we're home.
Right.
So, uh,
We
as
are.
I recall, we were intentional about this in having been sent down here, kind of, sort of. So, Lars wants to debrief his, um, not so much employers, but rather those interested parties in what was happening. So,
Which would be his thing.
everyone, the thing, yeah.
Yeah, he
Wait,
has a relationship with
where are we?
a in Clearwine. There's a Thane who owns a
Okay.
piece of territory that's south of
Oh, all right.
Clearwine, on the river, and one of the Thane's son's daughter is the one who has family back
Gotcha.
in Smithston, which is what
Right.
sent
And
you on this thing in the first place.
yeah.
Because there
Okay.
was an
So,
earthquake or something, family's injured, go see what's going on.
right. So invite everyone to go visit the thing with the intent of debriefing him on, or reporting to him on our activity.
Okay.
I don't see any reason to hold anything back. Does anyone see any reason to withhold anything? Okay. So, hearing no responses, I'm going to assume that the former is correct.
Tell them the truth. Truth, the
Can't
whole
hear
truth.
you.
Tell them the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I got you at full volume and I can barely hear you.
Okay, I'll turn myself up.
So yeah, introduce everyone to the thing. Um, Tell him we met with some miscellaneous success, marginal success. Um, Having identified what we think was the purpose of the difficulties in Smithston and the subsequent pursuit thereof, and getting involved with the Orlanthe Temple in Whitewall, and pursuing the death cultists. Um, yeah.
Okay. He will be most astounded at some of the things you guys mentioned having found. Um, he is intrigued if you're able to figure out what sort of magic was used to raise up the old Earth Temple out of the riverbed. Remember, there was the Earth Temple, and it had been previously there was a flood came through and it had been sunk down, but something had brought it up,
Right.
and there were the brew that were guarding it for a while, and then they dispersed and stuff was taken.
Nope.
Yeah. This is all before you guys, so we don't need to dwell on it. But I mean, just report everything. Um, it's unfortunate that the amulet got away from us, but we didn't see any avenue to really pursue it. Um, Not that I could see anyway. Um, but we were successful in rooting out the death cultists that we encountered, and discovered the oracle as well, and the lost city down there. That That's a pretty important find, I think.
That was what, the air temple, right?
Yes. Well, I suspect there's more to it. I mean, a big temple like that doesn't just exist on its own. There was community around it, I think.
Yes, and he'll be most impressed with all that kind of information. And so there'll be festivities of a sort that night. Um,
Ooh.
Angrelar
I will wear my noble clothing.
is a cousin in this family, and
Okay.
the Thane will mention that another cousin has returned from Prax.
Oh my God, they're everywhere.
Aiden, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Just let me pull up my character. Yeah, I'm. I've got back from Prax. My name is Voskendor. I finished up. I think the last thing that I did was actually. Yeah. I got back from the liberation of Pavis recently, so that's what I was doing. Um,
Well, that's awesome. Welcome home. Did you lose any limbs?
no, I did not, luckily. I chopped off a lot, though, I would say.
And he gained something too.
Oh, yeah, the bird.
I
My
was thinking more of the
lovely
mount, but
hawk. Oh, the bison, yeah. Okay, yeah, I would have came in with that.
and who do you worship?
I worship Stormbull.
Another berserker in the party.
A real berserker.
We
Okay.
found a really neat Stormbull statue.
Oh, yeah?
Show it to him.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Unbox it.
it's about shoebox size,
Okay.
and it's plated in gold and gem encrusted.
Oh, wow, that's very pretty. Where'd you guys find this?
The death cultists had it
Death cultists.
Yeah. after destroying the death cult temple. We relieved the temple of its treasures.
That's a good thing to relieve it of.
Yes.
Let's make it clear these were chaotic death cultists, not us regular non-chaotic.
Well, as long as they were chaotic, I'm good with their demise.
Yes. Yes, we think they were Thanatari.
That's true. I should say Thanatari and not just generally death cultists like Homaki types.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad to have taken this beautiful symbol of Stormbull away from those disgusting creatures.
Definitely.
Okay, so
Just listening. My name is Subata. What is your name?
My name is Voskendor.
With a B?
V.
Do you mind typing that in the discussion?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Oskendor. Okay, great. Hello, everyone.
welcome.
He snuck in.
Yeah. I can never figure out how to change my nickname on this, but oh well.
Oh, I can tell you how. If you
You just
right
like right
click
click
over
on it,
your
right?
name.
And rename.
I don't know what right click means with a Mac.
Seem to be.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that either on the Mac.
I was able to do it on the other channels, but for some reason it doesn't seem to allow it on this channel.
Perhaps because this is a phone call and not a server.
Yeah.
That could,
Probably.
that makes sense.
And hopefully I'll
Yeah.
have all this figured out
This is
next
not a
time.
server. Yeah, this is not. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so there is
Buskendor.
not
Mm-hmm.
much going on at the beginning of dark season. So a week or so will go by when you'll get notified that Baranthos, who is the clan chieftain, wants to see you, and you each get an individual invite kind of thing. Now, if you look at the streaming picture, that's a picture of Clearwine,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll see down here the number 2. Is that showing up? Oh, really, really
It
cruddy,
is.
but it's showing up. That
No, it's beautiful.
That's the Clearwine Temple. No, I meant my marker. My marker is really shoddy. But that's the Clearwine Temple.
Oh, I see it. It's down at the bottom. Number 2.
Yeah.
6 o'clock.
All I see is Mike Trout. I don't see anything else.
That's very strange. You should be. Did you click on? Did you click on the whatever that said view that was of the city?
I don't see anything that says view of the city.
You see something that says live?
So,
Yeah.
I guess since I missed the very beginning of the session, I missed the opportunity to perform a sacred code.
No, we haven't done any of that yet.
Yeah, we'll take care of that during this time. That's a narration kind of thing, and we'll take care of it.
And I just want to take this moment to agree that some people are very strange. I don't know who said that earlier, but indeed.
Okay.
So the question is, Pete needs to be in a different
No,
viewer.
for some reason, the video was locked. Now it's unlocked, and I double clicked. Now I see it. So
Okay, so you got the
Okay.
city?
Yeah.
Yep.
You see number 2 down here at the bottom, the temple?
Yeah.
That's the Clearwine Temple. It's an earth temple.
Okay. Cool.
And as you
Clearwine.
go up into the city, there's a section here, I forgot what it's called, but then there's the lower city. You see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the upper left-hand corner is this square building, number 10, with the
Right.
central, what do you call that? Courtyard? That's the clan.
Courtyard.
That's the clan headquarters for the Ernaldori clan within the Kalimar tribe. Because this is also the
Okay.
capital for the Kalimar tribe. The royal citadel up here is where Queen Leika does her stuff.
Cool.
So Baranthos, who's the clan head, or clan chieftain, has called you to come and visit with him.
Okay.
Do you guys want to do any color on getting into this place, or just start narrating?
I'm going to take a little bit of time to get some appropriate clothing for meeting with the clan head.
Okay.
And what day is it of what week?
It is Harmony Week.
It's the end of Fire Day, Disorder Week.
It is Fire Day of Harmony Week.
Fire Day of Harmony Week. Okay.
Yep.
Way down there.
We're not going to miss any of our holy days, but even though we might be narrating ahead of those.
Yeah, if we
Just making
narrate through
sure.
something, we'll just get back to it before we actually do anything.
It's fine. Cool.
Okay. Thanks.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, indeed. I wear. I mean, I have cleaned up my armor and whatnot since we've been here and have it all fixed. But I will just wear my regular armor like I was on duty at the temple.
That's right. Go clean your armor.
Wipe all that gunk off.
Is this something would be worthy of me wearing my noble clothes,
Yes,
jewelry,
Absolutely.
definitely.
would like to-
jewelry, and my fancy dagger that I found?
Maybe even that fancy short sword.
And of course, I wear my ostentatious metal helmet with the two
Oh,
magic.
Brian,
Yes.
are we supposed to have been making gifts to anyone having gone through all this little exercise that we went on and return? And is that at this time? Did we neglect to do something?
According to
I
my
think
notes.
we tied to our temple at the end of the last season that we did seasonal stuff.
Yeah, you did temple stuff previously, before you left the
Okay.
White Wall.
Okay, so returning here, in Clearwine, there wasn't anyone that we needed to gift.
Not that I'm aware of. Unless
Okay,
you're thinking
alright.
something in the book somewhere that I'm just blown past.
No, the clan interaction thing, I'm not entirely 100% on. So I know that we're supposed to be greasing the palms of certain people, but I don't know who they are necessarily.
Not for this, no. There's not. Now, if you
All right.
wanted to go see Baranthos, you wanted to get some information to him that came just from you, then yeah, you'd want to make some gifting, that kind of thing, to grease the skids. But this is the reverse. He's
Okay.
calling you in.
All right, okay. So, and there's no expectation for why we're being summoned.
Not unless you can think of something. Can you think of something?
We're,
No.
Okay.
Just let me know when I can role play.
Well, if you want to roleplay stuff going into Baranthos, go right ahead.
I just wanted, I wanted to turn to Ingrelar and a restaurant Lars and say, why are we being called to the Royal Citadel? I think I missed something.
Me too.
Don't know.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Who got the invitation?
And then he is our clan chief. Maybe he has something, clannish to tell us.
Okay, I'll follow along. I don't know White Wall like you all do, so I'm going to follow you guys.
Well, this isn't White Wall. This is Clear Wine.
I don't know Glorantha.
Clear Wine, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I
And
don't know
the
Glorantha like
clan
things do.
headquarters is here, so you're familiar with the lower city and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we know that, Pete, but we don't say that about my character. We say that about Michael Reynolds, but Subutai would know Glorantha just as well as, Angrelar.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was speaking on myself.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, but there's a waiting area where you'll be, set. It won't take too long, but eventually you'll be brought into Baranthos' court. He'll have his circle there, and he will say that he has received word from Whitewall and the Orlantha Temple there,
Uh-oh.
and the great things you have done.
Oh, I sigh in relief.
And he wanted to recognize each of you and congratulate you and say that he will be sending word up to Queen Laika of your exploits, and he'll ask for stories.
Well, I'll look right and left to see if anyone's going to jump in.
I'm happy to tell him about everything that I killed.
I killed
Of
this
course, I'm
brew and
happy to
that
do that.
brew and these
And then,
zombies.
and then there was that one person that I scared away. I intimidated them on the stairs and they ran away.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I had forgotten about
Lars,
that.
The player forgets the details, but I'm sure the character remembers the details in excruciating detail.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always ready to orate.
I want to hear Lars' take on our adventure in 60 seconds.
So, yeah, the eyes kind of turn to me. I'm going to reinforce the exploits of others.
Being of our party or outside of it?
What? No, the people that are here.
Oh, yeah.
Like so and so did blah blah blah, and I remember when the zombies came out of the wall, and so did blah blah blah, and yeah.
And when
I'm
Otto
not.
did divine intervention and
That's
saved
right.
you all
That's right.
Yeah, we have to give him a lot of credit.
from the evil spirits.
And there was water elementals and
then he went back to trading.
Oh, and the spider, the damn spider. God, what a horrendous thing.
and brew. Yeah, don't forget about the brew.
Angler
But
lark.
on a positive note, boy, do we have a nice conversation with a manticore.
Ooh, that will pique his interest.
Yeah.
With all sorts of good tidbits that I look over at Lars and the restaurant. They learned about history.
So
My
I do carry,
internet's crapping, so I couldn't hear what Pete said.
and as they mentioned that, I will pull out the rubbings that I took of some of the languages and various reliefs that we saw.
Subutai, I mentioned the manticore.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I was on a network that was just shitting the bed for some reason, so I switched.
Yep.
Okay. And Lars, what did you say? After he talked about the Manticore?
There was a question about some of the information that we had learned, and
Okay.
with that, I pull out the rubbings that I took.
The runes, yeah.
Oh, at that, one of the members of the circle will come forward. May I?
Of course.
And he'll take a look at that, and he'll actually pull out a book and start making some copies of some of them.
I'll frown at that, but
It's mine. I can feel it.
but yeah, I mean, this is ancient language stuff that has not been seen in quite some time, I believe. There are runes here of that we recognize, and of course point those out. But then, and I'll be referring to the Lord, that these are things that we've not seen. These are outside our runic knowledge. Or I won't say our, I'll say my.
So yes, those
Concur.
are most unique. Lars, go ahead and make a harmony roll.
Ooh, we're actually playing. I'm rolling dice.
Rolling a die.
All right, what's my harmony? Ooh, I've got a good harmony. 28 out of 63.
Okay, check that one. And Engrolar, go ahead and make your orate roll.
Orate, okay. All right, 22 out of. I think that's a success. I gotta check it though.
It should be.
I get this spreadsheet working. Stop. Knowledge, orate.
It's communication.
That's communication. Out of 80. 22 out of 80.
Okay, check that one.
Could I try to participate in some flattery?
You bet.
I'd like to step forward and say a few words and say, Sir Baranthos?
Baranthos.
Baranthos, I'm most impressed with Clearwine and the surrounding countryside, and wanted to tell you of some of the exploits where we were engaged in spirit combat. And my colleagues here were most impressive in overcoming us in spirit warfare.
Okay, what specific incident are you going to try to describe?
The one where we're in the round room and we were almost annihilated.
Oh, okay.
And we actually basically pulled a total party kill just by our nose hairs. We barely escaped. I think it was basically prayer that delivered us.
Yep, divine intervention, exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a charm roll.
Okay.
Communications.
That's unlikely, but is there any way I could do it? Make it a harmony? I'll go for charm.
You can use harmony to inspire.
Unfortunately, I failed. So
With your harmony?
I did. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I rolled an 88.
Try for the charm anyway.
75. Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad. Tried.
I missed the charm as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, after your opportunities to regale the party and tell your stories, he'll go ahead and dismiss you. So you guys go back to the rest of your normal activities for the day. Is there anything specific you want to do while you're still here in the city? Now, Lars works in the city, so he could just stay here. I think he's got an apartment here as well.
I do. Yeah, if anybody wants to stay in town, you're welcome to crash at my place.
And then Arestra's
that.
got quarters down in the temple.
Yes, exactly.
How long shall we rest in Whitewall? I might go for a hunt.
Well, my understanding is the party's going to go about their normal activities until something comes up. Is that correct?
Correct.
Correct. I'm going to perform regular guard duties at the temple and worship on the appropriate holy days, and otherwise I have, unless somebody wants me to do something. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'll go on a hunt.
Okay.
Nothing special planned if I think I'm going to have lots of time, I might try to get some training on something. If I've got, if I can transfer enough of these gems into enough money to get training on something.
Okay, we'll discuss all that sorts of things when we get to the end of season phase. Okay,
Very good.
Angrelar, you may have an apartment in here as well, but you do have land down by the river.
Yeah, is the river fairly close?
Yeah, runs right by here. Well, not right up against the city, but it's nearby.
Yeah, it's nearby. Yeah. Yep, I got to do household stuff. Managing my household.
Okay. Okay, so
Count the cattle,
Subutai,
count the sheep.
Yes.
hunting.
Oh, I would like to go hunting so that I can feed myself, and secondly, so that I could maybe sell some of my extra skins
Mm-hmm.
in Clearwine. But I don't want to take a disgusting amount of meat, just enough to maybe make some a garment or two. Not myself, but to sell.
Right, yeah. Let me see. What skills are we looking for?
I've spent so much time under the ground of late. It would be nice to be out.
It'd be good to get in the water and take a boat ride.
Would you know I know what clan I'm loyal to because I know what clan I'm from, but I don't actually know my hometown. I'm just going to assume it's somewhere.
Well, you're part of the household that encompasses the Thane that you guys went to visit the first time. Everybody's connected by family here. So everybody's like cousins or second cousins kind of thing.
How does it work with what level is Kalimar? Is that the queen?
Kalimar is the tribe which has the queen, which is Queen Laika.
So I'm loyal to Tribe Kalimar.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Clan
Erdal
Lori.
Yes.
Yeah, we're in the same clan.
And that's the thing that we're talking to?
Yes, Baranthos.
Yes.
Well, he's not the Thane, he's the chieftain of the clan. The Thane, I don't really have a name for. He's an XPC's dad. You guys are all related. You noble types.
So it's Clan Ernaldi. Okay. Ernaldori. Yeah, there's other clans that are part of the Kalimar
So,
tribe.
Yes, and we'll show that in a minute here.
So basically, my objective is to perform a sacred cut. That is one of the reasons I want to go hunting. And then eventually, not tonight, but eventually, I want to participate in a great hunt during storm season.
The last 3 weeks of storm season is the great hunt. Yep.
You know, you're going to be able to do the peaceful cut at that time also.
Excellent. I'd like to do it then as well.
But it's one of those skills he wants to try to practice every month, so he gets those skill checks to increase it.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, I need to get that as high as possible.
Okay, go ahead and roll your tracking.
Okay. Successful by 2 points. 76 out of 78.
Okay.
Can I check that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And go ahead and do your peaceful cut.
I'm successful.
Okay. Check
38
that one.
out of 62. Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for indulging me.
Okay, the following week, which is now Death Week, also on Fire Day, you will get a summons to go and see the Queen.
Ooh. Okay. I think it's time to take a bath.
Well, there are shrines to Illyria here. They have baths there.
Yeah, I want to I want to get extra prepared to see the Queen.
Okay.
Is that advice that you would give to me too?
Um, I suppose.
But
Yeah.
I guess that I would do that as well.
Nearby, when the summons comes, my response is going to be, well, better go get my shirt washed and my body too.
Go get all cleaned up. And part of the summons would be to be there by like noon, kind of thing, right?
Today? Like today?
Oh no, no well on
Okay.
Fire Day.
yeah they'll
Fire
show
Day.
up before saying the Queen is summoning you to the Citadel. Be there tomorrow at noon. That kind of thing.
Okay.
They'll give you time to prepare.
Right.
Great.
Yeah. So I definitely want to prepare. In fact, I think we should all meet up and have a dinner that evening before we go and meet and just kind of talk about that. I suspect it's going to be a lot like our prior meeting that we had, but maybe we should bring some of the stuff with us that we
Yeah,
like the statue.
we should review what trinkets and treasures we have.
The
to
2
show.
gems.
Yeah. And I might suggest that we all think of gifts that we might give her.
How about the wooden box and the felt bag? We could put a gem in that and give it to her. That would be efficient. I mean, that would be sufficient, I believe.
I was actually kind of thinking of the Stormbolt statue. Would that be
You think it's too precious?
I don't know. We don't even know what it's worth.
Didn't
Yeah,
you get
we
that
do
appraised?
have a
I thought
felt-
you did.
Oh, did we? What's it worth?
No, we
I'm
didn't.
looking. 400 lunars.
Oh.
One?
400 lunars.
For like total, because we had 2 gems. Is that for one?
No,
or
that's
2?
the
That's for the
statue.
So the statue all by itself is worth 400 lunars. So, Brian,
Yes.
help us understand what an appropriate gift to Queen Laika would be.
Well, normally, gifts are, at least in my interpretation, are the other way around. You do a period of service, and then a higher person will gift you with something for that service.
Oh, so we're not necessarily expected to gift her anything then.
I don't think so.
She will require our service.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's certainly bring some of the treasures, the particularly notable pieces, to show.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if we're going to show her a gem, we should offer it to her, or just not show her the gem. We could just show her the statue.
What gem are you thinking of?
We discovered a wooden box that had 2 gems inside of it, and I was thinking
They were 7-carat spinellis.
Yeah, thank you.
I think isn't there something magical about those?
No, the magical thing is something else.
Oh,
Thing that looked like an eye.
Yes.
I didn't write down the 7-carat spinelli part, but
There's some gem that looked like an eye.
Yep. Inside the
but-
gold box is a pair of glass beads that appear to be exact replicas of the human eye. One is
I
blue,
just
the
thought-
other is brown.
I thought we didn't have to give her those gems. We could just give her something in that nice wooden box in the felt bag.
My understanding is that we don't need to give her anything. It's not culturally expected.
Now, if you were like from some other tribe and you were sent to go and visit with her, just to say, as a representation of your other tribe, you would be expected to give a gift.
Or if we wanted to ask her for a favor or something.
Oh, that's true too.
And I would like to ask my comrades, what did we do with the bronze armor that we took off the zombies?
It got sold.
Did we sold it?
Yeah, at Whitewall. Did I not tell you how much that was?
We decided that we were going to just sell it all, and if people wanted different pieces of armor, they could buy that on their own from the
spoils.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. Cool. All right. So you had said you wanted to show her stuff, so I just thought we could pretty it up, but whatever you guys want.
That was 103 silver, or 103 guilders, or lunars, whatever. Did I actually give that dollar amount to you guys? I'm starting to think maybe I didn't.
I've lost track, so.
Didn't, because I took meticulous notes on that session.
I don't see that number.
Okay. So you got 103 to distribute among the party.
103.
That would be divided by 4.
Time. I mean.
Yeah.
Did we know our new friend yet?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay.
In fact, he's not even there for these things.
Okay. So that's 20. You 3 get 25. 26. One person gets 25. Everybody else gets 26.
Or you're like
26 what?
25, and there's so many clacks.
Lunars.
I'm not going to do the math. It's not worth it. You guys each get 26.
Thank you. Written down that we got 261 lunars and gems.
Correct. That's the number I have as well.
Yeah, we have some gems we're holding for whenever we need them.
I have 160 lunars cash on me. And I have 261 deposited in Orlanthe Temple.
Did you want to leave that in Whitewall, or did you want to bring it with you?
We would have brought it all up.
That's what I would imagine.
Yeah. Yep. No, the 261 is deposited previously in Whitewall. The 160 is on my person.
Yeah. I was going to say, I thought what we deposited and got like a letter of credit or something.
The White was through an Incan agent.
Back when we were in Whitewall, we could have gotten our friend Otto to, help us get things more cheaply or whatever, or sell things for more money.
Can I ask? I say? I'd like to ask you, Arestra, what did you ever make of one of the scrolls that we found, which talked about various odd things I couldn't make any sense out of, about a dark god, sealed forever in ceaseless mourning, captive and kept from service to man, last to man is the oracle wise, lost to man is the oracle wise. Do you remember that scroll?
I remember it now that you mention it.
It's one of 2 scrolls that we got.
Mhm.
What should we share one of those with her?
I think we're going to share everything.
Okay.
Is there, we were asking earlier if there was a reason to withhold anything from the other guy, and the answer was no.
But I thought those sorts of scrolls were gonna go, like to the Lenker May Temple and let the scholars.
Not
Right.
giving them to her. We're just going to share them.
Yeah, that's what this whole dinner discussion thing is. What do we bring, kind of stuff, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So all of the interesting and unique items, statue, scrolls, rubbings, and our stories, and the really neat sword
There was,
that somebody had.
Angler has that one.
there was some evil or dark armor that we got rid of.
I don't think we're going to bring any of that.
No, we got rid of it, right?
Right.
Whatever it was called.
Okay.
Right. So clean clothing, nice as you are willing to buy, um, perfumed and showered or bathed as appropriate. And let's
Yeah, since that's a special event and not part of annual maintenance, there are costs involved.
No. Suits are not free.
Suits.
Yeah, I mean, we go to.
If you're going to buy new clothing, you can go cheap for 5 lunars, you can go expensive for 20.
I'm going 20.
I'm going 20 as well.
I have my own.
So, can you tell us just briefly, Brian, how we appear, how Lars and I appear that just bought this expensive, nice clothing? No, you don't have to go into detail. I'm just curious what kind of clothing we're wearing.
It's silk,
Wow.
but you can describe, if you want the balloony pants or just a nice tunic with the hose. Those are all options. But I don't get that specific on that kind of detail.
Of course not. I was just wondering. No, of course not. I was just wondering what material it was. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just trying to look something up and it's not there. Okay, that should do it then. So you get up to the Citadel, and there are a number of different passageways and courtyards and that sort of thing. You'll be taken off to a side passage and to another waiting area. How early do you guys want to get there?
An hour.
Sure.
Okay. You will end up waiting 3. So it's mid-afternoon by the time you guys are actually brought into court. And
Okay, we
what's that?
hours in the Royal Citadel. That's amazing.
Only 3 hours? I feel important.
Ah, what happened?
I'm changing a picture.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily change things. You've got to reshare.
I assume if you go to court in this milieu, do you take weapons with you or no?
No, we're going unarmed.
Wait, what?
I thought we were going unarmed.
I'm asking the question. In this world, when you make this kind of appearance, do you go with arms or without arms?
You
With
can go
arms.
to the Citadel with arms. But they'll have a holding
short-
area for those before you go into the presence of the Queen.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Okay.
we go with arms, but not armor.
Well, some
Who are all these
people
cool dudes?
I wear
wear
armor.
armor all the time.
Hmm.
So, Brian,
Yes.
the artifact that we found, the short sword,
Yes.
is something that we want to be displaying to her.
Right. Yeah. And you can explain that to the guard that this is, to be presented. Not that's the right word because that's not how you give it to her. But this is an evidence of the things that you found, and you'd like to have it come with you, and he'll okay that kind of thing. Because it's not
Yeah.
like in a sheath or anything; it's actually out, or you've got like it's wrapped in cloth kind of thing or something.
Sounds good.
Okay, see the picture?
Yep.
Okay, the big
Yeah.
one here in front, that is Queen Laika. And there are a number of folks here in court. They're off on the sides, talking that kind of thing. Some distinguishing people that you do see around is a Wind Lord. This is Hostur. He's the lawkeeper. You would know him at least by reputation, Lars.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple more ladies here. One is Sherlana Arroy. Not sure about the other one. This is a Earth Priestess, and actually her sister. And this is No Name. She's a Humakti.
Don't ask her name.
Hmm.
If anyone doesn't know, I will remind them.
The woman that's second to the right, on the bottom.
Far right corner, bottom. That's no name.
Oh, I know that. But who's the woman that's second to the right?
She is a sister and guard for the Earth Priestess.
Second to the right.
Yeah. She is
No,
the
that's
sister
from the
and
right.
guard of.
The
He's
one
not
this
that-
one?
hearing me.
that
I don't
No.
remember. I don't remember
Okay.
offhand. But they all seem to be part of her circle as well. Queen Laika's circle. And Baranthos will be there, and he will introduce you to Queen Laika. And he'll do some kind of obscience? That's the right word. What's the word?
Genuflex.
Okay, thank you. He'll do genuflex to her, that kind of thing, showing deference. That's the word. Showing deference to her
Yeah.
position. He will explain. He'll introduce you and explain how he had heard of your exploits from the Orlanthi Temple at Whitewall. And he'll hit a couple of highlights of things from your activities. And then turn the time over to her. And she will eyeball you guys for a while. And asks if you have someone who speaks for your group.
I think that would be our noble.
Okay, and then she
The
will
noble? Okay.
look to Engrolar, because she'll have
Angrilar.
been introduced all that kind of stuff from Branthos, if not beforehand. And she will ask what you were doing down in the Troll Woods in the first place. And if you don't personally know among the party members, all the players, we can get that sorted out.
Right. I think that's where I joined the party. So anyway, I just explained that we left from Whitewall. Is that it? Mission from somebody's church. Who was it?
Orlanthi.
The Orlanthi Church, to assist my friend with a personal matter, or recovery of a family member who was abducted. Is that correct?
No, that was from before.
Lars's family member was abducted. I mean,
Yeah,
okay. Anyway, explain the reason why we went
Okay.
with all proper deference.
I see. Okay. Interesting.
Mm.
And so, what did you learn from these exploits of yours?
Well, Your Majesty, and we explained about underground air temple that's ancient and the rubbings that Lars took,
Mm-hmm.
and death culted or chaos creatures and spiders and we had a good discussion with a manticore who had much knowledge of the ancient ways.
At that, she will ask some questions about that. Like, how do you know he? Well, she'll say he knew of such things. And did he
You're
speak, or do you know
breaking up,
beast
I think.
speech?
How do you know it? Mostly by dates and you spoke. What language was it, guys?
um,
It was not beast
uh,
speech. It was
Portland.
It was Hortling, yeah.
yeah, he spoke Heartling.
Portland.
Oh, remember it was a spirit. It wasn't actually a manticore, and it was bound in a truth rune, or bound on a truth rune.
That's
Oh.
right.
At that, she will look at Hastur. Say, please go on. You notice he'll be taking notes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It was
Let's
helpful.
see.
Or she. He or she.
We were trying to assist a dryad, some captured underground, and her woods were underground, but we could never find them.
And they were being attacked
Blocked by
by minotaurs.
Minotaur? No, by Minotaurs.
She
Very
will look. If you
unholy
want to
place
do
indeed.
a. Is it intrigue? No, insight. If you want to make an insight roll, go ahead. Everybody can.
And that's knowledge. Where's insight?
I want to say it's knowledge, but it could be perception.
Insight. Oh, here it is. It's under perception. Uh-oh. I got at least a special 09 out of 40.
Oh wow! You can tell
You said it was.
she looks. What's the word?
Somebody
She
else might
doesn't
roll
seem
better.
to believe that a dryad wood under the ground, that kind of thing, seems preposterous to her. But she allows you to continue. She won't like interrupt or anything. That's just an expression you saw on her face as you said that.
And let's see, while we were traversing, we ran across a troop of, I'll ask you guys fill in the name of that cavalry troop that was so
Oh, the Grazelanders?
just Grazelanders.
Yeah.
They paid us no never mind.
Ooh, that far south, really? Actually, it says east.
East.
Interesting, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look way across Beast Valley.
But the statues that seem to be detailedly, expertly carved in this air temple I thought were very intriguing. Unfortunately, we were below river level, and I accidentally opened the door. I let a torrent in, and my naiad had to assist us before, otherwise we would have all drowned. But that room with all those statuary was very intriguing. Too bad we couldn't spend much more time to figure out what that was.
Oh, what sort of statuary?
What else, guys?
And if you don't remember, you can just say
They were
various
what?
animals and things.
Yeah, they were. Okay, various animals. And then we saw some undead, were they? Or vampires? What were those three things that we...
There were zombies and something else that you had never seen before, any of you.
The Manticore called it a Grugar.
Ah, yes, yes, and we explained what it looked like.
Okay. They have no idea what an Ugar is either. And it doesn't
And
sound
it
like
was
anything
that,
they've heard of.
and it was in that conversation that the Manticore told us about what was attacking the Dryad.
Oh. She will seem surprised.
Broke up.
Okay, some chit chat going along. You want to show her those things, right?
Yeah, show
We
them
have
the rubbing.
items. Yes, we will show. We have several items that we brought back that we'd like to display. The best one, and we'll open the box to show the small statue of Stormbolt.
Mm-hmm.
Golden with jewels. And we have this short sword that excellent quality.
She seems very intrigued at that and asks to bring it closer. And she'll stand up and kind of, do some swordplay kind of stuff with it, see how it feels and that sort of thing. And then hand it back to you. Very fine weapon. And beautiful.
And we had the drip. And there was some chaos armor, or whatever you call it, death armor, that we disposed of properly.
Are you going to bring up the glass beads that look like eyes?
Scrolls. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
got the glass beads, and then we got the 2 scrolls. So we have these strange beads that look like they're painted like eyes. Open them up.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be very interested in those.
Okay.
Pass them around.
Okay.
And these scrolls that we've only partially been able to translate.
Yes, the poem.
Yes. I could read it if you like.
Has something to do about Oracle.
Would she like to hear it? Would she like to hear it?
No, that's all right.
Okay.
Interesting. And she will look over to the Stormlord and say, I believe we have much to look forward to from this group. And you will be dismissed.
Genuflex appropriately and depart.
Okay, good to go.
Prostrate ourselves.
Flat out on the floor.
Yes.
Okay.
I would bow.
Back out in the city.
So that map there, or that image there with the 8 people, can you send us the image with, we can write names of who's who?
Do you want me to put the names on it?
Sure, that'd be great.
Yeah, I can take care of that later. Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, at some point in the future.
Okay. All right. Back to the daily grind.
Well, we survived that, didn't we, fellas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Didn't get anything chopped off.
No.
For us.
Not there for a second. She was going to keep the sword.
Oh, thank you. This is an excellent sword. Okay, so Engrilar.
Yes.
On Movement Week, Freeze Day, you're going to get a notice that you need to gather yourself and 4 companions and report to the Royal Citadel for orders on patrolling the tribe lands.
Orders for patrolling the tribe lands.
Yep.
That's the day we're supposed to report, or the
You're supposed to report on Water Day.
Water Day?
Yep. That's the next day.
Yeah, I'm always busy on Water Day. Oh man. Okay. So, Movement Week, Water Day, yep. Day 37.
Yep.
And you said we're going to go back and do all the seasonal stuff.
Yeah, in
later.
fact, at this point, if there was anything that would have happened, like holy days, that kind of stuff, before, well, and Geesey has a holy day on 37th, so you could do that then as well. So on the 37th or before,
and the 16th.
Let's go ahead and do that.
So I got the 16th and the 37th.
Yep. How many magic points are you down? I mean, rune points?
3,
Okay.
all of them. So I'm at my Between Adventures page 415, trying to figure this out.
It should not be between adventures for the regaining rune points.
Oh, okay.
It should be... somewhere in the rune cult section.
Because we were having all the downtime. I thought we were, doing training and trying to do.
Yeah, we'll do all of the math and dice rolling for that when we get to the end of the season. But yeah, you should have plenty of time to be doing all the normal stuff.
Okay.
No, it's not there. I thought it should
So
have been.
2 seasonal holidays. Do I get 2 chances to get rune
Yes, you
points
do.
back?
Uh-huh.
And other than that, I just leave all my things checked until the end of the season.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, it's sinking in.
Here we go. Replenishing rune points. It's on 315.
315.
Yep. And these are seasonal holy days.
Yes. Seasonal day. With a successful worship roll. Da 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 da. All these high-level guys get extra stuff.
Yep. So, there are things you can do to increase your chance of success with your worship roll. The first thing is to sacrifice magic points. You need to sacrifice at least 2, because that's what the worship service takes. You need to keep at least 1.
Yep.
So the difference, if you want to use all of those, you get a plus 10 bonus for every magic point that you sacrifice.
Okay, so I have 12, which means because I have to keep 1, it goes down to basically 10. So I could spend 10?
Well, you need to spend 2.
You can spend 9. 12 minus 3 is 9.
Yep.
9 times 10 is 90. So you get a plus 90 to make the roll.
Oh, okay. Keep 1. You say when you spend 2, it had nothing to do with spending them on the magic.
Right, Jack.
All right, so I got so 90% added to. Okay.
It's also a seasonal holy day, so that's a plus 20.
Okay.
And it's a minor temple, so that's a plus 10.
So plus 120 total.
Yep.
And I add that to my worship score.
Yep.
And worship. Where?
It's in the middle near the top.
Oh.
Only relevant if it's close to a crit.
Yeah.
Or a special.
So.
Or a special.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, so 120. So I have 140 And I roll a 95. Is that a fail?
That
No.
is actually not a failure. 96 and above is always a failure.
I just barely thought
So you
about
just
it. Okay.
barely made it. Okay, roll 2d6.
Yep. 2d6.
You better get 3 or higher.
I got a 9.
Okay, you get all of your rune points back.
Yay.
Okay.
That's great.
Does anybody else need to
So
do
that-
worship services throughout this time that has an opportunity?
Yes, me.
Okay,
Depend on your cult.
I
Doesn't it
have one.
depend?
it does depend on the cult.
Yeah.
It the reason that I asked about high holy days is that on a high holy day, initiates, if they get a successful worship, can also check their power, as if they succeeded in a power thing, but only on high holy day.
And I think that's only when they're leading the service.
Say again?
That's when they're leading the service.
No, that's the when they're leading the service on any holy day, that's true. But initiates also can do it on high holy days and during sacred time.
Where are you seeing that so I can look it up?
Um, .418. Worship ritual under increasing power with worship rituals. Worship ritual held on the high holy day of the cult or during sacred time allows all participants that make a successful worship skill roll to make a power gain roll.
Oh,
Second
okay.
paragraph. As
So
opposed
somebody's
to
got a high holy day?
have to be the presiding official. Which is why I was asking if there was, what counts as a high holy day for the
Beast
Beast or Gore.
yeah.
I don't know if it's just that one day in the year, that the freeze day of, the freeze day of Death Week of Earth season.
Yeah,
or if,
that would be my call. That is her high holy day.
Okay.
That's poor wording using the important holy days, other important holy days. Well, what does that really mean?
Yeah, I don't know. And then it's otherwise is worshipped as part of each Arnalda's, so I don't know if Arnalda's high holy day counts or not either.
For that, I would say yes.
Okay.
And that's poor
So
wording.
it would be Clay Day of Fertility Week. Let's see, Clay Day of Fertility Week of Earth season is on.
Every day is play day of fertility week.
So anyway, okay. I'm going to assume that whatever holy day passes this is my other important holy day, but it's not high enough to get me a power gain check. And I will just make my my worship roll as normally.
Because you already have all your rune points back, right?
Actually, I'm down a couple.
Oh, okay. Roll.
I have an 82, so.
Total? Because you're going to have a major temple here. And it's a seasonal holy day, so that's... Where did my numbers go?
So that's still a success, so I should get 2d6
2d6, yep.
points back.
Uh-huh.
So no matter what I roll, I would get a minimum of 2 back.
And that's all you're missing?
Yeah.
Okay. What is that other important holy day?
The rather important holy day is Wild Day of Disorder Week of Dark Season. But I don't know what other
What that really
important
means. Yeah.
Wild Day Disorder Week Dark Season. So that's the holy day that I just worshipped at.
Okay. Read that backwards for me. Get dark season what week?
I'll read it the other way. Dark Season, Disorder Week,
Okay.
Wild Day.
Okay, yeah, no, that's just a seasonal holy day.
Okay.
Because in the calendar, they actually print high holy days in a different color and text font to help bring it out.
Okay. Very good.
Okay. Let me double check a couple things. It hits there, there.
What matters to me.
Okay. And Subotai. We did a Yinkin for you, right? Already.
Yes, sir.
Now you're
I
also
my last attempt to get rune points failed miserably, so I have 0.
associated cult is Odela, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just the two are associated cults, Odela and Yinkin, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Just Odela and Foundchild.
Yeah, Odela's coming up this next week. So that'll be an opportunity. Okay.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I just remind you, put this in the back burner. One of the reasons I want to participate in the Great Hunt is not just to practice my skills, but it's also an opportunity for me to acquire a Shadow Cat.
Right, yes.
Okay. Just FYI.
Yep, I've got that in the back of my pocket.
Cool.
So we assemble on Movement Day of Water Week, or Water Day of Movement Week. It's a great day to go. It's a high, holy day for me. If everything will go well. So Aiden, is Oskandor male or female?
Voskandor is a male.
Male, okay.
And
So I
he's
think
a
the
big
resters are only female.
I didn't even know Arestra was female.
Yeah.
It says her name, Eris daughter.
Well, I guess role playing for me is so asexual.
I think that's okay. Let's see.
Keep it that way. I just never even thought about it. How old is your character?
Same age as everybody else.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's 21.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 22 actually.
Okay, so you're out patrolling the tribal lands. It's actually a routine sort of responsibility. When you hear screams and cries for help, out of the woods comes running a young boy. He's about 6 or 7. He's running straight for you. There are lunar soldiers pursuing him.
What's going on? Does the boy say anything? You okay?
I'm dismounting and getting weapons ready.
Okay.
I have my weapons ready, and I run past the boy and interpose myself between him and the Lunars.
Okay. As soon as... What? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to know if the boy did he look disheveled or like beaten up or anything? Or... Go on.
No. He is out of breath.
Okay.
But as soon as the lunar soldiers see the rest of the party, they turn tail and take off, but you can hear them shout back over their their shoulders. There we go. The seed of your death has been planted. His clan is cursed. Our poison has been planted. And other such curses.
Can we give chase?
Yeah, pursue. Absolutely.
Well, at this distance, it would take several superior successes to catch them. Or do you want to take care of the boy?
Are they mounted?
Yes.
Yes, okay. There. Do we want to track them?
You can certainly mark where you are.
And we can see to the boy and Subotype and track them, and we can be following their tracks while we listen to the boy's story.
Oh, here it is. He is bruised a bit. He is starving and very frightened.
Okay. Our quick question. I assume that we were mounted. Are we not mounted?
Those of you with mounts would be.
Oh, okay.
I'll give him a little bit of food.
Everybody can make an intelligence times 3 roll.
Times 5?
3.
I'm unsuccessful.
I'm also unsuccessful.
I have a normal success.
I think I got a special, actually.
Ooh.
Fifteen times 3. Yeah, that's a special. It's not a crit though.
Okay.
Well,
The fact that there are lunar soldiers in the tribal lands, and this boy most likely has some sort of story to tell, that it's probably best to go let Queen Laika know what's been going on.
That'd be directly to her or to her, one of her consorts or confidants.
as best
Well,
as close to her- as
that's
close
up
to
to
her as we
the
can.
people at the
Okay.
fort to decide.
So
We go to
before-
the sales report.
So before we take off,
Mhm.
perhaps we should ask the boy, where are your parents? Where is your village? Where are you from?
I live at Sugar House of the Moldornoins, and that's a clan that used to be part of this tribe, but was separated when the Lunars were in charge. Where the birch syrup is prepared, last week Mom and Dad suddenly stopped harvesting the sap. They spent days doing nothing at all. Siltar, that's my older brother, he left for Famous Bell to look for help, but he didn't return. Then a few days ago, Mom and Dad
Where's-
yelled at me and chased me from the house. I cried, but they threw rocks at me, so I ran. And then those lunars caught up with me. You arrived just in time. You are brave and fearless. Come, save my Mom and Dad. Save my brother.
How far are we from their homestead? Do you have a map we can look at?
I was just going to see if I have one that's got this stuff on it. I had it up before, but then my computer freaked on me.
I as some of you as well may have as well. I have a hatred for the Lunar Empire. So
Yeah, I think everybody does. Lunars are not good guys.
Actually have that as a passion. So I
Yeah.
just didn't like them.
that's one of my passions. So I think that I would probably this issue would concern me.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the Colmar Wilds that we're talking about?
I want to say we're actually north of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me pull my other glasses out here and see if I can't find something. Okay.
That's north of Twin Sisters, which is north of Runegate.
Okay, no, not that far north. And we're also east of that. But there's that river that runs from Runegate to river and a road that runs from Runegate to Johnstown.
Swan Village? Oh, Johnstown, okay.
So you're up,
Oh, and
not
there,
there, but you're, in between Clearwine and there.
so I see Famous Bell. That's where they're at?
That's where his brother went to get help.
Oh, okay. And where are they from? Redbeard? Bird?
No, they're a holding in the one of the valleys
Okay, south or north?
of Redbird. It should be south.
Okay, so they're south of. Oh, okay, so they're in that valley where the river is. So they're north of Fairjowl Village to Redbeard. And where are we when we find him? Are we in the Thunder Hills? Brambleberry Hills?
I want to say it's the Brambleberry,
What
but let me
map are
double
you-
check.
What map are you guys looking at?
I
It's
don't know.
called the Colmar Wilds.
In the book.
I think I can share it. Hang on.
I mean, all this nice discussion, but out of text or context.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Oh, there's a better map right there.
It's a gray screen.
Oh, that's pretty big though.
All right.
It's a cool map.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's Apple Lane, there's Red Bird. So it's that. Can you scroll to the east?
Kalimar Wild.
Okay,
Red
there's
Bird.
Famous Bell, Good Haven. Okay, good. Here we are.
Yeah,
This is a good
his
map.
Where's
stead
Red
is
Wild?
up this Dog Rat Valley somewhere.
Okay, all
So
right.
you guys
got
ran
it.
into him down here.
Okay, so we're pretty close to Fairjowl then.
Clear one.
What's the boy's name? What's your name? Don't be afraid.
His name is Minal.
Okay, Minal. Don't worry.
So which direction are the lunars supposed to be coming from? North?
The north.
Yeah.
So we have an expedition. So is Red Bird in lunar territory?
No. Lunar territory is much further.
Ah, really out of
Yeah, they're
away
pretty
from
deep.
home.
Where's the nearest thing?
The nearest thing would be at Fairjowl.
All right, let's go there.
Fair Jowl?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's in Fairjowl?
We're looking. We need. So there, in my mind, there's two approaches to this. One, we chase the lunars, and it was pretty clear that it's going to be very difficult to catch up with them. So the alternative is to go and report to the nearest authority. In my mind, that's the nearest Thane. The
I
Queen, Laika, is a couple days to the south, I think.
Yeah,
So
we better report to Fairjowl.
Yeah. yeah, we need to get the boy to some civilization and report what's going on and let the Thane.
To enlist
Unless we go to
assistance.
the boys' homestead first.
I can't hear you. What?
Unless we want to go to the boys' homestead first.
It's my 2 cents.
I didn't catch your 2 cents. What was it?
I think we should go to Fairjowl.
Okay.
Angrelar? What do you think?
I don't. There's a sense of. I don't have a sense of distance on this map, so we could certainly report it to the Thane and then quickly return back to Dog Rat Valley.
So between Swan Village and Apple Lane, that's about 10 miles.
Over there, Swan.
Bruce, do you have my volume turned up all the way?
I do. It's Mac.
Okay. Don't know why you can't hear me.
I can't hear you very well either. I think it's because you're not using a mic, maybe.
I have it turned up all the way.
Yeah, but it's far away from you, I think.
Yeah, but it's not been a problem previously.
When you
Yeah.
speak up, it's better.
The headset is the most clear for everybody.
Okay, so Angrelar, do you have a course of action that you would prefer?
Oh, I said we could report to Fairjowl and turn right around and head back up the Rat Valley, Dog Rat Valley, if it's close enough. I mean,
Well, yeah, okay.
or we can have somebody track and follow along, and then we'll catch up to them.
So Voskandor, do you have a preference? What do you think we should do? Are you muted?
Who are you asking?
I was reaching out to Voskandor.
Yes.
You had a thought about what to do.
Yeah, I'm thinking it would be important to explain the situation before we just go running off. Especially since we're already doing a patrol duty in the first place. Running off wouldn't be the best course of action, I don't think.
Okay, so I'm interpreting your vote to mean report to the thing.
Yes, sorry, yes.
So we've got at least 3 for that. So let's collect the boy and head to Fairjowl. Let's
Indeed. Onward.
Okay. To help clarify some distances, because there's some inconsistency with maps, the distance between Runegate and Johnstown, as the crow flies, is 30 miles.
Okay.
Broomgate and Johnstown. Well,
About.
where's Johnstown?
This big town here at the very
Right.
top.
North of Sunshine Inn. There you go.
Oh. Oh, that's 30 miles?
From Runegate to Johnstown, as the crow
We
flies,
found the boy.
is
We found the
about
boy around
30
the,
miles.
okay, and we found the boy around the word dog.
No, down here, below that valley.
Oh, yes, yeah. Take us just a couple hours to get to Fairjowl, and then we can.
Right.
Okay. And then if we get the mission, then we can go hunt lunars.
So now your home, if I heard correctly, is in Dog Rat Valley.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, I've got another map here I do want to show.
Can we take a quick break while you're pulling up the map?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's about that time. All right.
Okay.
These are the tribes.
The words in red are the clans of the Kalimar tribe. The words that are kind of a bluish purple or the lighter black names are other tribes in the region. Now there's three clans here listed: the Lasang, the Namoldine, and the Zeth Noring. Those three clans had at one time belonged to the Kalimar tribe, but the Lunar Empire, attempting to cut down the strength of the Kalimar tribe, split, not academically. Shoot, forgot the word, but they split them off from the Kalimar and gave them to different tribes to then decrease the power of the Kalimar tribe. Now you'll notice that the Dog Rat
Where is
Valley.
White Wall that we were at the first part of the campaign?
That's south of here.
Way southwest of here.
Okay.
I'm
We can
back.
see that the Dog Rat Valley here,
Mm-hmm.
where the boy,
Not molding.
where his house is outside of proper clan land or tribe lands.
Yeah. Do we
Does that mean
do
that?
we know which tribe that the Namoldine were given to when they were taken from us?
Yeah, the Culbrea, which is this word right over here.
So in other words, does that mean that possibly? Does that mean perhaps that Fairjowl doesn't care?
Do we know the relations between the Culbray and the Lunars?
They're not friendly to the Lunars, if that's what you're trying to get to. No.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get to. That's good to know.
Perhaps we could convince someone in Fairjowl that having lunars at their border is not a good thing.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
Okay, so here's just a piece of the politics. Everybody got that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oop. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. In fact, I can make this bigger, can't I?
Beautiful map.
It really is.
Now, Lars, I was thinking that the Kalimar Wilds were actually further south than what this map portrays, which is why I said you were
Okay.
north up there. I didn't realize they went that far north. I thought they were just down here, kind of thing, the
Mhm.
Nimi Valley and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Okay, let's head over to Fairjowl. You'll be able to meet the Thane there. That's not an issue. Just going to turn the boy over to him. You're going to let him know specifics on anything.
Tell him what we know.
Yeah.
Right.
If he thinks,
We're on the patrol on behalf of the Queen, and we found this boy. And do we assist or not? Do we leave our clan territory?
that's what I was going to say. See if he thinks we should follow up and take this boy back to his stead, or is that something the Thane wants to take care of and have us go on our way, or
Sounds like his parents are unsafe.
right? But maybe his parents aren't our business. That's see what the Thane thinks.
They sound like they're possessed, maybe.
Something definitely seems up with them. It's
The
not
Thane
natural.
has no interest
Yeah.
in getting involved. Now, getting back to that politics map again, though, real quick. Yeah, we have lines drawn here as area borders, but it is really, really loose. I mean, this is just general kinds of stuff. While the Anthornling clan does not have claim on Redbird, I could see them having lands and stuff all the way up the river here. You know, that kind of thing, and all across this peaks. You know, taking their sheep and their cattle up into these hills to feed in the summertime and that kind of thing. You know, the same sort of thing down here with the Starfire Ridges and these three clans. This is all really messy through here. It's not nearly as defined as it looks with these lines. This is just a general feel. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that the Orling clan actually reaches across the river. I would expect them more to be just along the river and then up to Redbird kind of thing. But apparently the Namoldines, which are these river valleys up here, or these valleys through the mountains, it's like 2 or 3 of them, don't really get too deep down into here because of the steepness of the mountains. That could be a possibility. And then you've got Highwall, which is a dragon newt city up here in the mountains too. Nobody's going to do anything near them.
What?
Ask the boy if his clan, is he from the Nemolding clan?
The boy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Does he have any family over here?
No, he does not. Well, actually, no, he doesn't.
We could be good neighbors and take him to his clan chief and say, you know, we rescued this boy from this boy of your clan from the Lunars. Maybe he'll give us a reward.
So did I understand the Thane to say that the boy, he's going to turn the boy over to his who? I'm a little bit confused about where we're at because now we're talking about just taking the boy somewhere else when we're here talking to the Thane.
Well, the Thane will take the boy, but the Thane has no interest in trying to track down his family or going up to Famous Bell or Redbird to try and track things down. He's got stuff
And
he's taking care of here.
okay, and his thoughts about the Lunars?
Oh, that's obviously a bad thing. He'll increase his patrols along the river. But it sounds like it's probably just a scouting party, especially being this deep.
And we reported to him what the Lunars said. Yes.
Okay. That doesn't really make any sense to him. He doesn't understand.
Okay. All right. So it seems to me we could offer to take the boy at this point to ask the boy where's their thing at.
He would say Famous Bell.
Okay. So
That's where his brother went. That must be where the Thane is.
we could volunteer to do that. I'm up for that if everybody else is and the thing agrees.
Yeah, I see no problem with that.
Oh, by all means,
I'm
if you
up
want
for
to
it.
take the boy, that would be, obviously a good thing.
All right.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just want to make sure that in getting the things agreement is important because I want to make sure we're not breaking any sort of tribal rules. So if he thinks it's okay, it must be legally okay.
Oh, yeah. In fact, people travel from all the various clans all throughout Dragon Pass.
Right. But
I mean,
we're out and about on the Queen's business, and it might not be appropriate for us to be going into some other tribe's territory.
if you're doing that just on the Queen's business, then I would agree, yeah. But you're trying to get this boy back to his family. Nobody would see an issue with that.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't think.
Then yeah, then I agree. I think we should take the boy to Famous Bell and see what his thing has to say.
I'm going to write a letter to who was it that sent us on this patrol?
Well, the order came from Queen Laika, but the actual person issuing the order would have been one of her personal guard kind of guys who actually is in charge of all the patrol stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to pen a letter addressed to him, identifying that we ran into a lunar patrol here, provide what detail I can about the boy's situation and the comments that the Lunars made. I'll further add that we reported this information to the Thane at Fair Jowl and that we are deviating from our patrol to return the boy to his clan, possibly his brother in Famous Bell.
Okay, what is your read write the Allen?
$55.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. It's not a pass fail. It's just to give me a feel for how much of it comes across that he'll be able to understand.
Okay. I'm going to spend some time in meditation. In fact, I might even cast what's that spell? One that clears my mind.
Yeah, it gives you what, plus 10% per point or something like that.
Correct.
Logician? Is it Logician?
Yeah, magician. That's it. So I can spend some time in meditation and make sure I pass all the rolls I think, unless I fumble, right?
Okay, so while Lars is writing all this stuff out, did I explain to the party about Queen Laika and some of her political intentions?
No,
Okay.
please do.
I did mention about how the Nomolding clan and those other two clans had been taken from the Kalimar tribe. She is working on trying to get those back. In fact,
Oh,
she's got eyes on being Prince of Sartar. She's
Princess
very
of
ambitious.
Sartar. Oh wow. So
So-
this would be in our best interest to get on her good side.
Creating goodwill, yeah. Do you want me to roll, Brian?
Yes, please.
47.
Okay, good to go.
Okay, so pin that letter and send it off.
I'd love to read it, Lars, but I don't know how to read.
Well, in addition to all the other things you're training, you can work on that.
I do need to.
Okay,
No, you need to work on strength. Stop it.
Strength, actually.
sorry, strength. A couple of things that, as you guys are talking about, where we are and what's going on and who's where, about the now molding clan. Told you that. Told you about Bell. Okay, everybody can make an area lore dragon pass if you have that, or if you have something that you think it should be. Let me know what that is, because we may have called it something else, like area lore Sartar or area lore Kalimar or something.
All right.
Yeah, I don't
found
know.
just Portland Customs and found child called lore.
You don't have any area lore?
No,
There's
I don't think.
Homeland lore.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's the one.
Homeland
Okay.
lore, I do. Yeah, absolutely. Very good.
30 and 1 or 40.
Pass.
I passed.
20.
I failed.
Say again what we're rolling.
Homeland lore.
It's under knowledge. Halfway down.
I
Passed.
fail.
Me too.
Did anybody get a special?
I don't think so. I rolled an
Okay, well,
11.
there
but
were
I
a
don't
couple
have
of successes, though, right?
Mhm.
The elders of the Nemolding clan are known for their wise and thoughtful decision making.
Okay.
Good.
If you
It's
try
useful
to
information.
push them to make a quick decision, that would be a faux pas.
Yeah, no. Let me push them to make a wise decision.
You don't need to push them for that. You just need to encourage them, inspire them along. Okay, so are you taking the boy
So they're
with you?
basically like,
Yeah.
Okay, you're taking
Yes.
the boy with you, and you're heading up to Famous Bell
Correct.
on the east side of the river, correct?
No. We're going to take the road. It's faster.
Take the road to Redbird, and then to Famous
Yep.
Bell. Okay.
Yeah.
Find out how long ago his brother left.
It was a couple of weeks, wasn't it?
Oh, wow. Okay.
where do you guys want to cross?
Redbird.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the name of this river? Doesn't matter.
Oh, it was last week.
Was
Last
it?
week, his mom and dad stopped harvesting the sap, and that's when his older brother went to Famous Bell to look for help. Okay, so okay, you get up to Redbird, cross the river, and heading towards Famous Bell.
When we're at Redbird, does he have any family here? Would his brother have stopped here?
No, his brother would not have stopped here because that's on the other side of the river.
All right, let's just go.
Okay.
Get him cleaned up. He's
Oh yeah, you can do that all
probably in
down
not
at
too good a shape.
Fairjowl before you guys take off.
All right.
Right, yeah.
I wonder if his brother cut through the mountains or went around them.
Yes.
Probably went around them. How old is your brother? Minel?
He's 14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm just looking something up here. Hold on.
Kid.
Okay, everybody make a scan roll.
Woo! Hot one.
Ouch!
I got a success too.
Success by
Not I.
Mine's not
Fail.
one though.
Oh, okay, those of you who made it, see off to the off the road to your right as you're heading towards Famous Bell. A rider and 3 people. Lars, you can tell that's an adult riding the horse, and those other 3 are probably children because of how tall they are compared to the horse.
Are they riding the horse or on the ground?
The children are on the ground walking.
Okay. And is the person on the horse a lunar?
You cannot tell at this distance.
I used to. Da-da-da-da-da.
I think we should.
I will point that out and suggest that we intercept.
Agree fully.
In fact, let's make haste.
Okay.
How far away?
Not that far away. It'll take you a little
Okay.
bit to get there, but that's not an issue. As you come riding up, the rider will draw her sword and interpose herself between you and the children.
Ask the boy if he knows her. Do you know her? Have you seen her before? Do you know these kids?
He doesn't recognize the children, but he'll say, "That's Senrisa Longarm. She's a Humakti."
Ooh.
She's a Humakti.
Well, you're not a lunar.
Does she have beautiful face paint?
Now she's got a big black cross across her face, so it's hard to tell. Across her eyes and down from her forehead, down her nose, down her throat.
she seems legit.
She's a warrior.
Are you going to
Marty.
approach?
Oh, yeah.
Um,
I'll put my hands up
nicely?
as I. Yes.
Okay, so as you get closer together, she'll sheath her sword. Everybody can make a scan roll. Another scan roll.
I missed.
Miss.
I succeeded.
I missed.
Okay. Arestra, as you guys actually get close to where you actually see these children and how they look and that kind of thing, you can tell that they have been marked up with tattoos. And obviously, they're far too young to have gone through any kind of ritual or what's the word, initiation. So as you look at it, you can tell that these tattoos they have on them have been painted on. They're not actual tattoos.
Okay.
They're typical of they're a bear clan, so they got the bear clan kind of markings, and then air, earth, and movement are all over that kind of thing.
Okay. Then, although I gather it's unusual, the fact that the runes seem relatively normal, it's probably not worth. I'm not the sort that, I find that would be something that's worth commenting on.
Okay. And as everybody gets closer together, Senrisa will ask the reason for your visit. Why are you in our clan lands this day?
We are on a mission to help this child. To deliver it into a safe place. We saved this child from lunars that were.
And we see that she'll spit on the ground.
Yeah, pursuing this child, and with intent to do bodily harm.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you headed?
We are going to. I look at my colleagues and read the room, and if I don't see any kind of hesitation, I'll say we're headed to Famous Bell. And you?
We are actually patrolling these lands, and if you take a good look at her, you can tell that she looks like she is exhausted. The three children are a girl and two boys. The girl's name is Arisa, and Senarisa says that she wishes you good luck, and then asks Arisa to accompany you to Famous Bell.
How old is Arisa? How old are you, Arisa?
She's 13.
And
Okay.
the children look, the young adult, they look tired and exhausted also?
Not nearly as much as Senrisa does.
And I'll say,
Senrisa. Go ahead.
Well, just to clarify real quick, we're trying to find kin of this child, and what do you want us to do with Arisa? What is it that you hope that we will achieve for her in Famous Bell?
She'll be able to introduce you.
So she knows where to go, and she doesn't need our assistance.
No.
You look very tired. Are you okay?
It has been a long and taxing time.
Do you need any food or?
No, I'm all taken care of. And she will wish you good luck. And then she and the two boys will continue on their patrol. Arisa will start asking you all kinds of questions. Your scars, your weapons, battles you fought in. She seems very intrigued.
Cool.
Yeah.
Places you visited.
I will.
I think a restaurant will just chat her up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll show her the all the scars I got during the siege of Notchet.
Okay. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I fought right alongside King Broyan.
Who's that?
Oh, you must have heard of King Broyan. He's
Oh. We don't have any kings around here.
he was the
We have a queen.
yeah, but he's the was the king of Notchet down in Notchet.
Who's your queen?
She will give you a name. I don't know who it is.
Okay. I was just curious if she was going to name our patron.
Oh,
That's
no,
all.
no, no, no. Because the Culbray, Milani, and Cecina tribes are a triumvirate of sorts. They cling together, mutual defense agreements kind of thing, and they're
Mhm.
headquartered out of Johnstown.
Okay. Okay, so her allegiance would be that. Okay.
Yes.
So I'll ask, what
Yeah,
have
King
you
Broyan
read
is
you
king
on the
of the
way
Herendid King.
before having met us?
I'm sorry, Elijah, what was that?
Senra said, or looked very tired. Why are you guys so exhausted?
Good question.
She'll look downcast and say, "You'll see when we get to the fort."
Have you encountered lunars?
And she gets a confused look on her face. Not that I've been told.
Yeah, you would know if you had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you're traveling towards Famous Bell, everybody can make another scan roll.
I missed.
Ooh, I barely missed, but yes, I missed.
I'm
I
successful.
succeed. Yay.
I'm successful, yeah.
Couple of us.
Okay, those of you who made it notice that the folks that are working the fields all seem to be children. There don't seem to be any adults out there.
Disturbing.
Yeah.
Very young, like 6, 7, 8.
A few of those, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But certainly no one older than upper teens.
I'll say to everyone, I just noticed that look at the people working the fields. They're all children.
That is strange.
Arisa, is that how things are with where you come from?
Oh. Go ahead and make a charm roll.
Okay.
If you want, you can inspire with the harmony rune.
I will. I'm successful. A 31 out of 75.
So you add 20 to your charm?
Yep.
That's
You have to
still
look.
success.
You're making two rolls, one
Okay.
for and one for charm.
Okay. The first one is successful. The second one is not.
With
So
your plus
charm
20?
charm was not.
With a plus 20.
The first one was successful.
Right, and that gives you a
Right.
plus
So
20
that
on the
gives
charm.
you
And the second roll was unsuccessful. So you have to roll to see if you can add 20, basically. Is that true?
Well,
right.
it depends on the success on the inspiration roll. You can get as high as plus 50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's back this up. You rolled first for your harmony rune, and you
I
had
rolled a
just
31
a
on
31
75.
out of 75. So that's an ordinary success.
Mhm.
Yes. And the
So-
second roll was a huge failure.
Oh, okay. Because you get a
Okay.
plus 20 on that second roll. This is why we wanted to clarify.
No,
Okay.
rolled a 99 on the second one.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
No problem.
I'm just not very charming, I guess.
Not in the current situation, apparently.
Or at least not enough. So she will sidestep that
Actually-
question and ask you about something with your outfit or your bow, that kind of stuff.
Fair enough. That speaks volumes. Thank you.
As you get closer to Famous Bell, off on the left-hand side of the roadway, which is towards the river, is an old abandoned lunar fort. The gate is open, and there's an adult warrior there who's also Humakdi. And what is her name again, the girl? Arisa? Arisa says,
Arisa.
we need to go to the fort.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Orendarna and Sedestra will be able to explain.
Mm-hmm.
Sedestra, is that the same? Can't be the same name.
By the way, Michael, you still
yes,
get
Anrisa
to
and
mark.
Sedestra.
You still get to mark your harmony rune if you haven't already done that.
Yeah, for the success.
Thanks, Michael.
They'll be able to help. And as they come up, the Humakdi warrior at the fort stops you and asks why you have come to visit. And at that, Surya will say, Harenar, they're with me. I'm taking them to see Ordarna and Sedendra. And he'll kind of sidestep. He looks pretty worn out, too. So as you enter the fort, you will notice that there are no other adults here.
Mm-hmm.
They're all children.
Peculiar and peculiar.
And Serena will take you up to the longhouse. And on the steps of the longhouse are two girls, 12 years old. They're twins. They seem to be standing very erect. One of them has her hair all colored red, is carrying a sword.
Sounds very banging to me.
The other one is not wearing a shirt and has a snake-like necklace.
Mm-hmm. Are all the children we see in here painted up with runes like she is? Like the girl that we're with?
Yes, uh-huh.
Okay.
So I
Well,
have a
not all
question.
of them. There's some of the younger ones that aren't.
Okay.
So
But anyone's
you
like
described-
10 or older, yeah, they are.
You described two 12-year-old twins, one redhead with a sword and a shirtless with a snake necklace. Are they both boys?
No, they're both girls.
Okay.
Everyone can make a customs roll.
Customs local.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just,
Portland.
isn't it Customs Heartland?
Yep, uh-huh.
No. I
Well, it's
failed.
different than Heartland.
I tried.
Same
I
thing.
failed.
I succeeded.
It's not the same thing. I got two different scores.
Mine's the same.
Oh, I succeeded too.
In fact, I have a special success.
Oh, okay. Woohoo.
Yay. Yay.
Okay, the girl, actually, it would be,
That doesn't get checked for experience, though.
yeah, it's not one of those things. The girl with the necklace will initiate the Orlanthe hospitality rite, which Arestra recognizes. It's a back and
Okay.
forth kind of thing. We don't really need to play through that. But it's one of those, halt strangers, do you come in friendship or foe? And then you get greeting guardians, I come as a friend. It goes back and forth. Offer you salt, offer you water, that kind of stuff.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And
I give the Arnoldo response to the Orlanthe, side,
the
since it's
appropriate
all
responses.
right. For as the appropriate responses for an Arnoldo speaking to an Orlanthe.
Okay. Very good.
So we're being welcomed, basically.
Yes. Formally.
Mm-hmm.
And this girl is 12. She's apparently concentrating very hard, or actually has this memorized to
Mm-hmm.
go through it, because it's actually fairly lengthy. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 separate responses, and her parts are always longer than the replies are.
Mm-hmm.
She's not reading it.
No, she's not.
She's reciting it from memory.
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive.
And after the formal greeting is completed, the two girls will invite you into the longhouse, the clan hall. Are you going to go follow in? They're actually holding the door open to let you go in first.
Yep.
Okay. After you guys go in, they'll follow in behind you, they'll close the door behind you, and as soon as they close that door, they all but collapse.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
So getting out of sight from the others.
Yes.
Okay.
so the one adult that we saw when we were passing by, and is that I think it was a man. Is he still with us?
There were 2 adults you've seen so far. One was on the patrol. That was a female,
Yeah.
and she continued on the patrol. There was another male.
no,
He was
her.
the gate guard. He's still at the gate.
And these two collapsed, almost collapsed.
Yeah, the 2 girls.
What about the third girl, the 16-year-old that came with us? Did she come with us?
She's 13. She's 13.
Or 13?
Yeah.
Did she come in?
Yeah, she does. She comes in. She's with you.
Mm-hmm.
And does she have a sudden change of
No, she does not.
fatigue?
Mm-hmm.
This is very strange.
I am going to rush to the
Yeah.
that was giving the the invitation.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was for Indara, and try to support her, and ask if she's okay. Have some water. What is going on around here?
Yeah, when you do that, excuse me, she will actually give you a hug and hold on to you. And she'll say,
Are you?
the adults have all gone mad.
They've all gone mad?
Even the youngest ones.
Does this start?
How old? Yeah, how old does this start? Are we worried about the gate guard?
No, the Humakti do not seem to be affected by this madness.
Okay.
Should we be worried about
Us?
Meanal's older brother,
How old is he?
14?
Is he a Hamakti?
No,
Do we
we
know that?
don't know. We don't know actually.
Well, he's 14, he can't be Humakti, because you don't initiate into a cult until at the earliest 16.
So it's only those initiated then. Is that correct?
That's what it looks like.
Okay, so everyone who has not initiated,
It is safe.
not suffered. And okay.
These are-
Brian, is there a difference in initiation processes for the Hamakti and others?
They're.
What do you mean by processes?
So I was going to say,
So
I
in
think every cult's initiations are
Right.
different.
Thank you. So in this area, there it's primarily Ernalda.
Orlanth and
Is that not
Ernalda.
right?
Orlanth and Ernalda
Okay.
are the dominant cults all throughout
O-
Dragon Pass.
Okay. So if you're Orlanthi or Ernalda, your initiation, those are pretty similar, aren't they?
Not exactly. And there's different kinds of initiations. For example, the rite the rite of passage to adulthood is an initiation ceremony that
Right.
happens during the year that you turn 16, right? Some people during that initiation into adulthood into your clan also get touched by the gods and become initiated into a cult, but not all of them. If I had to throw out a number, I'd say 80%
So
are
here's
not.
What I'm trying to get to is why the Hamakti would be spared this madness, whereas the young initiates
or
would.
not.
Is there a it sounds like there's a distinction here, and it
Mm-hmm.
sounds like it's um, along the
Yeah.
cult lines.
Roll cut lore. Cult lore.
And recall what the lunar said. There's some
Mm-hmm.
sort of curse, right? Where the parents were
Mm-hmm.
cursed.
13.
So
That make it?
I'm checking. This is cult lore.
Yep.
For sure.
So yes, that will make it.
Okay, check it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a third. I have a 28. There's
Or do you get
no
a check on that?
checkbox for cult.
Oh, there's not. Too
Not for
bad.
cult.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I've got 28. I rolled a 13.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm trying to tie together what the lunars said and what I'm seeing here.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that the lunars just cursed us. They threw curses at us.
There was something specific about what they said. Something about
Yeah, I think I know
Curse.
what Lars is getting onto.
what I'm wondering is if when the adults go through or the young adults go through the initiation, that they're not somehow corrupted by the lunars. Well, that's my working theory at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to. But why would that be different for the Hamakti? That's
Right.
what
I was going to say I would probably put it the other way, or a slightly different way. Apparently it affects all the adults.
yeah.
Except there must be something obviously unique about Humakti, maybe with having to do with, their the fact that they're tied so closely to the death rune or something like that. It's
So
not because all of the initiations are so different. It's not the fact of being initiated into particular cults so much as it's the fact that it's something that the Humakti do that's unique just to them.
I mean, my cult found child. My death rune is very high.
Right, and it's not they're Humakti, unlike your cult and my cult, which are tied to the death rune, but Humakti is basically the death rune. they've got a double death room.
We know
So-
this happened a week ago. What holy day was that? For whom?
Good question. A week ago,
Yeah.
that was where we finished off last week, right?
So most people were in worship services last week.
I think it was Death Week, Fire Day.
Do I have that right?
No.
Or thereabouts?
Last week.
It would have been. It
No,
looks
that's when we
like
were summoned.
somewhere around.
Harmony Week
Well,
or Death Week.
it would have been Stasis Week. And there's Storm Bull, which would be about that time as a holy day. Wednesday of Stasis Week is a Storm Bull holy day.
Okay, so that wouldn't be most people here.
Mhm.
Okay, we're reaching.
But there is something different about the Humakti.
Yeah.
Because they sever themselves from associations.
Right. That's what I was trying to get at. I think.
Okay. So we're all at risk here.
Unless the curse has been placed on the this
Oh.
particular tribe.
No, it just occurred to me. What is everybody tied into? Everybody's connected to the what is it called? The whiter, the clan defensive spirit.
Yeah, the Whiter. That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if it goes mad, I'm going to ask, where's the clan whiter?
The clan Whiter is in a cave behind Famous Bell down by the river.
Holy crap.
The two girls know where it is. They've been there before.
I don't
Although they have not gone
I
through
don't
the
know what that-
process.
Wait, what? Something about a process.
Yeah, the girls have not gone through the process. They have not seen the Whiter.
Okay. Is there any reason is there a holiday? Is there something that happened about a week ago that the village, the area would be involved with the whiter? I mean, I could be on the wrong track here, guys. I'm just.
I don't know what a whiter is. I'm sorry.
There's a spirit that kind of embodies the clans. Clearwater
sense.
has one. Boldhome has one.
Yeah, they're sort of protective spirits.
Yeah,
And
every clan has one. Some organizations have one.
Mm-hmm.
A whiter.
You know the
Yes.
spirits that we fought
Sure.
in the death cult
Yes.
area.
Yeah.
That could be thought of as a whiter.
One of them
Yeah.
was.
Oh,
A whiter is the spirit of a community. It is a magical entity linked to its members and a leader, conferred with special powers and abilities.
oh,
And there's WYTER.
I'm going to ask
Page
Orange,
page 286 for those of you that have the rule book.
Okay. I do. Thank you.
It goes on. It's actually 286 and 287. It's quite
Cool.
long.
I'll read it. I don't want to hold the group up. Thank you.
Go ahead, Lars.
the whiter. What can you tell us about the whiter?
Whiters.
Again, we haven't. Are we assuming the Thane is down? whatever the thing might be.
Or we're
No, that's
assuming all adults are,
Let's
correct?
ask him. Well,
Yeah.
Where's the Thane? What's happening with the village of Famous Bell?
Oh, the girls look at you and go, we are acting Thane.
Oh,
That happened.
All of the adults have gone insane.
Well, when you say insane, what does that mean exactly? What are they doing? That
Most of the time, they're just apathetic. They don't do anything. They won't answer you. They won't react. Sometimes they actually seem kind of normal. But sometimes they'll also act odd. You know, looking at things, touching stuff that's not there, being playful, like they're, playing tricks on each other, and even sometimes outburst of rage.
okay? Does anybody have any kind of divination abilities?
Doesn't everybody? It's a common root spell, isn't it?
That's right. Duh. Who wants to spend a room point?
I'd love to if I had one.
The only thing unusual that they remember was that supposedly a few weeks before all this stuff started happening with the adults, a lunar sorcerer had gone through town.
Oh, jeez.
Shit.
See? You're right. It's
Bastard. There must be an
All the
antidote
children
to
were
that.
locked up in the
It's a-
houses when they came by.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a lunar curse.
There it is.
Damn.
Yep.
I'm sure.
Bastard lunars. I hate them.
Okay. A divination ritual must be performed in a holy place of the caster's deity. So, if whichever of us is going to do this, we have to go and find the appropriate temple,
Or cast.
or cast a sanctify spell,
Mhm.
which
Well,
you know,
there are many
runs
temples
out
in
another.
Famous Bell.
Which runs. Yeah.
But
Well, the girls have told us that the adults are insane. So if we go into Famous Bell, it's likely that we're going to have people attack us.
Try to hurt us. Yeah.
So I'm really hesitant to. I mean, I
go
would
there.
get into a position where we're starting to kill villagers because they're attacking us because they're nuts.
No,
Right.
absolutely.
Let's
No,
avoid
clearly, yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, there's people they're basically having episodes.
well, we could be cynical and say we brought the boy here. Now let's go back.
I don't think so. I take it that the boy we brought the boy in with us too, right?
I would imagine so.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Ask the two things where the nearest temple is and what cult it belongs to.
Well, there'd be a Lightbringer's temple in Famous Bell.
In Famous Bell.
Is there a way to sneak into town?
They're not aware of any way to sneak in, and the gate's wide open. We could just walk in.
Yeah, but there's
We don't talk to anybody.
bizarre things, right? I mean,
Yeah, but most of the time they're just not doing anything, just sitting around.
Sounds like they're vegetables.
Children have had to start taking care of the adults, feeding them, bathing them, that kind of thing.
okay. So you're not so worried that we're just going to be randomly attacked by villagers? Because I don't want to hurt anybody.
No, it's possible because they've seen some adults get into rages, but nobody's hurt anybody.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, so let's think this through. If we do a divination, it seems like a great idea, but what kind of information are we looking for? Or what are we going to ask?
And what kind
We
of
should know
information
this.
can you actually get from what deity?
Right.
Right. I
Well,
was going to
right.
say the question that I would ask is how to, I would jump to conclusions and ask, how do we lift the curse that's fallen upon the people of this clan or tribe?
That's what I was saying.
So,
Miracles in here.
and not to pick on Lars, but that sounds like the sort of thing that I would ask Lankor Mai. If we had a Chelena Allroyd, that would be, even better. But the next thing is it's a knowledge sort of thing.
Can anyone summon a cult spirit? Wait, somebody can do the Naiad thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ingrolar.
Engerlar.
Is Angrelar, is that a rune spell for you?
Yeah.
Never
No,
mind.
it's
No?
it's
It's spirit magic?
rune magic.
It is rune magic. Okay, never mind.
It's a 2-point rune magic, isn't it? Or is it just one?
There,
Who'd we lose? Oh, they're back.
I blinked
All right.
out. I'm back. He's back. He's back. We want to do it to spirit. Go talk one spirit to another.
Well, that was kind of the thought. Is ask the Naiad to do some investigation for us, but that might be too much.
Oh, stand in the waters right there.
Yeah. I'm not.
I guess I'm not opposed to going into town. As long as we use non-lethal means to wipe down any villagers that go zombie on us.
Yes, sir. I see no reason to bring death to this place, other than myself.
Is there a strategy that we can use to basically be left alone?
We're dealing with random stuff. How do you? I don't know.
Yeah. I can't think of a way. There might be something that we're not thinking of, but I can't think of what it could be.
One thing we do know is that Orisa, we already told by Sunrisa that Orisa knows the town very well. And
They could get us in there.
yeah, she can tell us where to go.
Well, I was thinking that maybe even the two Thanes could come with us.
That's what we're talking about.
Right.
But okay, so what do we hope to gain by doing this? We get access to the temple. We can cast the divination spell.
Find out how to lift the curse.
Is that a reasonable question to be asking, Brian? In a divination, how do we lift the curse? Or is it type stuff?
My gut feeling is that's too open-ended of a question, but what does the spell description say? Does somebody have it?
Yeah, I was looking at it. The spell allows the caster to communicate with their deity. For each point of the spell cast during the ritual, the communicant may ask a simple question, and they either receive an answer of up to 10 words or a brief vision or dream of the answer. Okay. The procedure requires 1 hour per point of divination used. The game master should privately roll D100 whenever a player requests an answer to a divination. If the roll is greater than the caster's power times 5, then the caster failed to interpret the answer to the dream properly, and the game master then makes up a misleading or puzzling answer.
Sounds like that would work then. Because that's a simple question. How do you defeat the curse? Is that what you said?
How do we remove it?
How do we remove the curse?
Remove it, lift it, remove, lift, whatever.
Of
And
course, I think you find that lunar
sever.
first and make them take it back.
That was a week ago. More.
Yeah, it could be anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's a good idea, I'd like to hunt down the lunars. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
would like
Hey,
that goes well.
that
with
might-
my skill set.
And that might be very well what the answer is.
That goes well with my skill set. I'd be happy to do that.
Mm-hmm. Which brings me to which makes me think of another thing we need to be careful about framing this question, because there could be, several ways of raising the curse, and if we're not very specific, we may get
What
an
is the
answer
easiest
back.
way? What is the easiest way to lift the curse?
Right, or the quickest, or something like that.
Well, it occurs to me in another sort of direction of this. Remember how tough it was to take on the spirits in the Death Cult Temple?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have those resources today.
Mm-mm.
So,
Anybody helping us?
Mm-hmm.
We could at least get answers and go back to fair jowl with them.
Or
Yeah.
That's true.
Redbird looks like a big place.
Redbird, I meant. I'm sorry.
all right, I'm for going into town or
Civilization.
checking out the temple. Yeah, I'm willing to spend a rune point to see if we can't psych this out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Me too. I'm very willing for you to spend a room point.
It does sound like a Linker Mine kind of thing to investigate.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so walking to Famous Bell from the fort only takes about 15 minutes. The gates are open and unguarded. There are many adult members of the clan here. They seem to be entirely apathetic, not interested in doing anything. Some seem almost comatose.
Let's see.
Though
So
their
kind of
eyes are
remove-
open.
Anything like a remove curse spell? Oh, research.
Yeah, I don't think it would be that easy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So
Yeah,
I would
magic.
turn to Arisa and say, "Can you show us the way?"
Well, at this point, Arisa will defer to Randarna and Sedestra, the twins.
That's right. I forgot about them.
That's
Thank
okay.
you.
Mhm.
Of course.
And obviously, we want to make sure the boy keeps a lookout for his brother.
Oh, okay, yeah. Everybody roll a scan. Well, he needs to roll a scan, doesn't he?
He needs
Yeah.
to.
He'll roll a scan.
We don't know what he looks like.
Yeah, we don't know what it looks like.
That's him. Look for him. Okay. So yes, the twins will lead you into the town. Interesting. Okay. It's more like a village, but it does have like a wooden palisade wall around it for defense.
Mm-hmm.
As I mentioned, the gates open, people are walking around, and you will see on occasion children from the fields coming in. And there are some children in here too. They're trying to help the adults.
Mm-hmm.
And the twins will take you to the clan hall.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when they open up the doors, They look inside, and the one with the sword says to the other one, "Father's still here."
Is that bad?
Sounds like it. If it's an adult, it's bad.
Is your father the thing?
Yes. Which is why we feel it's our responsibility to take over in his absence.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, you should.
The name of the hall that we entered.
It doesn't have a name. It's, just the clan hall kind of thing.
Okay. Cool.
But again, the elders of the clan are in here. Some are sitting down at the tables. Others are just sitting around on benches. Some are just gazing up at the roof. Not doing much of anything, really. But you notice that behind the high table, which has a seat for each of the elders, is a fresco that has 6 panels. In the first panel is a blue man wearing a simple skirt and a sword. He is barefoot. He is standing near the entrance of a cave. It shows him, his sword is past his arm, and then you see there's blood on the arm, and then there's, actually not a sword, it's a knife. An ornate knife.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are splatters of what would appear to be blood that mark a glowing gate on this cave. So that's what the first panel looks like. No, I don't have any pictures. Sorry. The second panel shows a blue man standing before a statue. He is giving. He has his hand reaching out towards the statue, and above his hand are 3 runes: the air rune, the movement rune, and the earth rune. The third panel shows a blue man walking on a rough.
Too fast, Brian.
Oh, sorry.
Air movement and what?
Earth.
Earth. Okay.
The third panel shows the blue man walking. The ground appears to be spiked. While he appears calm and serene, there are bloody footprints behind him. The fourth panel shows the blue man. He's facing some kind of demonic monster. He's got his sword out. It looks like they're fighting. The monster's got claws up, that kind of thing. The fifth panel shows the blue man. He's kneeling on the ground, holding in his arms some kind of tree spirit.
What kind of spirit?
A tree spirit, like a nymph, a dryad.
Okay.
The last panel shows the blue man. He is seated in one of those yoga poses where you got your feet up on top of your knees kind of thing. And he's staring up. He's got his hands up too. And he's staring up into a bright floating spirit. Underneath the spirit are pieces of chain that are broken. Oh, and there is text. There's text underneath each one of these panels. Who has read, write, they, Allen?
Me.
Roll it.
And me.
Go for it.
What are we doing?
Read, write, they, Allen.
Reading. That's the Hortling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read right.
Success.
It was a mural, right?
A fresco.
Ooh,
Not I.
not me.
Okay, Lars. Under the first panel, it says, "The sacrifice of blood opens the way.
All right, hang on.
Puzzle.
Yeah, I should have
Would it
copied this so I'd have it able to paste into the text stuff, but I didn't.
would it have mattered if someone critical on reading?
I would say yes, because I could
Okay,
give
yeah,
information,
well, I
put
could.
stuff into context.
Okay, yeah, no, I got a critical. I rolled a 2 in that natural 2.
Okay. So I'll give you some more information after
Well done.
we read all this stuff out.
Okay.
Okay, got the first one, Lars?
Yes.
Okay, second one. Show piety, the guardian will know.
Okay.
The next one says, pain does not stop the brave man.
Pain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The next one says, what honor can achieve.
Okay.
Next one says, compassion can too, as in also.
The fourth panel say what honor? What?
Can achieve.
Okay.
And the last one says, and your passions for your people feed the community.
And that's the one with the broken chains, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Would you be able to enter a description, or you just said that you don't have that, right? Because I wrote down the text, but I didn't write down the description of the panels. It was too fast.
I have the descriptions.
Could you share that with me?
Blue man, cave entrance, knife, and a bloody gate. So I think with the fresco, and I'm going to go over this as I'm reading. I believe it's a blood sacrifice to open the gate. This is probably the cave that they were talking about earlier.
The cave.
Yeah, there's a cave nearby, and I think I'm guessing. Oh, well, actually, we'll just ask them. Ask the two girls quietly. What do you know about the initiation rites?
Well, we know where the Daemon's Cave is, and we believe that that's the means of getting through it, but we have not been able to do it.
This cave?
Well, why haven't you been able to get through?
They don't know.
What have you done?
They have
Let me
cut themselves
let me-
and tried to sprinkle blood on it.
Oh, really? And that didn't work? Because that's what. Sacrifice of blood opens the way. Looking at the fresco, does it look like the blue man has cut his hand or something, or is it an animal sacrifice?
No, it looks like he's cut his hand.
Okay. And you've tried to do this and it didn't work.
They're not old enough.
That might be the case.
Yeah.
So, since it's almost midnight, can we ponder this for next time?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's getting on, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd like to get a description of the other 5 panels sometime.
Yeah, then you can think. Then you guys can think about what else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can do a copy paste into the text chat thing. I just can't right now because
Thank you.
it's on a
Certainly.
PDF, and I can't open PDFs when I've got the debut professional running for some reason.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I've just been taking really good notes, and I want to keep it up.
Yeah, it's great.
It certainly looks like a hero quest of some sort to me.
Yeah, the blue man, of course, is Orlanth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I've
Usually.
seen. Most understanding of Blue Man is usually Orland. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. So you've played RuneQuest before, huh?
Yes. I've played RuneQuest since I was 8 years old.
Well, on and off, yeah.
Yeah, on and off. So I know the mechanics, and I mean, I talk with my dad about RuneQuest probably every day. So I try to learn a lot about the culture and lore of everything going on. It's pretty cool. It's all really interesting.
Wait, Brian, is this your son?
Yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's wonderful. Well, it's good to play with you.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for letting me join.
Yeah.
I'm also in the area. You're in the Virginia area?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm in DC.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me too.
Of course.
Dad's a great guy.
Yeah. I know.
There was one thing I wanted to cover on before we actually
You suck
started
up to
doing
the
stuff that I
cone.
forgot to. Do we have time to discuss a few things?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. The Kalimar tribe is just over 12,000 people, right? The Ernaldori clan is just over 1,600. We're also known as the Royal Clan because historically, the king or queen of the Kalimar tribe has come from our clan.
Mm-hmm.
Of our 1,600 people, there are almost 700 adults. Of those 700 adults, there are 46 nobles and 13 rune masters, of which 9 are priests. Which means there are just 4 rune lords in our clan. One of which is Baranthos, the clan chieftain. Just to give a feel for this kind of relationships with numbers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And one of the 46 nobles is Engrolar.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Doesn't get me anywhere.
In fact, we know Angrelar, we know, I
Got a
forgot
nice
Aiden's character
house.
already, plus the other cousin that used to be a PC, plus their dad. So we know 4 of them directly,
Mm-hmm.
just from the party.
Pretty awesome.
Within the
just the way
entire
the random
tribe,
number.
there are about 100 rune masters.
Wow. And how many are in the tribe again?
12,000,
Kalimar?
over 12,000, just over 12,000.
Kalimar tribe. There's 100 rune lords
Yep.
in Kalimar?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a lot.
Not rune lords, rune masters. So that's
Rune
lords,
masters.
priests.
Okay.
God talkers, shamans.
God, yeah.
We have
That's
one
way up
shaman
there.
in our clan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question that is probably not knowable for Subutai?
Sure.
But what is the rough population of known Glorantha? Is it 500,000?
Oh, I have no idea. I've never added it up.
Yeah. No.
Okay, I just figured that you might know. So, okay.
Mm.
I do sense that the population in this world is much smaller than
Mm.
The physical size of it is also much smaller than you would think.
Yeah.
Hmm. But way off in the east in Kilgorigi or wherever it is, the dragon sort of places, it's like the East Asia here, so it's it's much more thickly populated than say Dragon Pass.
Interesting.
For that
Is this
matter, the cities of the Lunar Empire are all pretty densely populated.
That's true, yep.
The old Darahapan cities.
I just want to ask if the same laws of physics apply there as they do here. For example, what I mean is not that detailed, but is it like a circular planet?
Oh,
No.
no.
No, not at all.
Can you see the icon for...
Yeah,
Host
yeah, the
computer?
icon for Brian's RQG.
Look at that. That's the world. The Earth itself is a cube floating in the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
surrounded
Okay.
by a sky dome.
Mm-hmm.
Flat Earthers like this
Interesting.
place.
It's
I guess
mythological.
I should have.
They're extremely.
Actually, I don't see that. Where that icon? I see a spider.
Oh, that's me. That's Brian 1187.
Over
Maybe-
where
Oh, I
it
need to
has,
turn off. I need to turn off my camera.
It's there. Brian's RQ. Yeah, went away.
Oh no, I turned my camera on. It was off.
There you go.
Oh, I found it. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
How do I enlarge that?
I don't know.
Globe.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
There you go. It's a snow globe.
I see. No wonder there's so many seasons.
Yep.
Now, something I found just recently
All right.
is that during the summer months, the sun does, in fact, stay longer in the sky because of the angle. That there's a giant on the north and a giant on the south, and they actually shift the sky dome. So
Of
it,
course they do.
so it rotates. So you got long summers and short winters kind of thing. I also found out that I got the errata, and some of the errata I had caught, but some I had missed. Impales do max damage plus roll damage.
I was wondering about that.
So that's
Wait,
come back
like
into play.
bows. So like bows hit really hard now.
Yeah, and spears and short swords can kill.
Oh shoot. Yeah, the Yamelian pikemen are going to be nasty now. You definitely need to mess with those numbers then.
Well,
I meant to bring that up too.
so it's. I guess to answer my question, it sounds like Glorantha is just like Earth.
In
Yeah.
the sense of physics, yeah.
Yeah.
And there are a handful of holes and tunnels and stairwells
And
down to hell.
giants.
Yeah, oh dude, yeah, there's so many of them.
Oh wow.
Glorantha is a cube of Earth surrounded by and floating atop the endless Sarnak River. Waters, some very deep, cover much of the Earth, dividing its surface into 2 continents and many islands. In the middle of the cube is Magesta's Pool, a whirlpool that drains into the underworld. Above the surface is the Sun Dome, supported by the 4 directions. At the top of the sky dome is the pole star. Above it is Dazadar, the pure light. The red moon and Orlanth contest the middle air between the sky dome and the earth. Beneath the earth and the deepest waters is the underworld.
Yeah. I need to do more reading. Well, thanks a lot for
Yep.
Game
Thanks,
Master.
Brian.
Okay, you bet.
You guys have a great night.
Couple of weeks, I guess.
Yeah,
huh?
2 more
Figure
weeks.
out what we're supposed to do.
Yep.
Too
Alrighty.
many
Cool.
clues.
Excellent.
All right.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Except that I can't turn mine off.